Hey YouTube, here I am. We got two nice 200s. One is United Nations and the other one belongs to a customer who is going to be taking out the Dobinson rear drawers because they came with the vehicle and putting in the big country. And this big country you see here is with the new black ice hardware. So going big country. So I just wanted to show people quickly the difference between those two drawers. Now he did mention in the Dobinson he's experiencing squeaking, and nothing will drive you more crazy than squeaking drawers. So check this out. I wanted to show you first of all how far these come out. I've seen Dobinson on an 80 series, not on a 200. So look at that. That's how far it comes out. That's not very deep. This is like not even the distance of like a plastic container you can get from Home Depot. And then you'd have to reach in here to get anything. So that's kind of odd that it's made like that. So keep that in mind and let's check out how far the big country comes out. So it comes out, and it comes out. Well, we're going past here, it comes out, still coming out. So look at that distance difference. This is coming out, I don't know, 5 inches from the rear of the tailgate. This is coming out, I don't know, that's a lot more. 1, 2, almost 3 hands. So huge difference for storage. And then as far as how tall this is, right? That's me giving one of these signs fully. And this one is a little shorter. So, you know, 1 inch, 2 inches shorter could be the difference of putting, you know, a compressor or something back here that would be hitting the top. So big difference there. Interesting, right? The pile is different. I like this. It's nice and tight. You know, and then obviously you can access fully back there. This whole panel comes off, and when it goes in, it sits nice and snug because this is made for a 200 series. This is made for numerous cars, different brands, a Tahoe, a Land Rover, Discovery, a Land Cruiser. So what they do is say, oh, what vehicle do you have? Okay, that's a medium drawer, let's say, and then they give you a fit kit to make it fit. So that's where you can see there's a big gap between the rear seat and the drawer itself. So pretty big difference, and I feel this pile feels a little cheaper, quite honestly, than the big country. Like, this is an interesting feature, but what I like about the big country is it's all wood and you can drill down on the top piece. Everything else is metal. And then we notice like the bearings, you can really hear this, right? You can hear that see that it's scratching. It's actually rolling. You can see inside there, it's rolling on a metal wheel. And I think that's why it squeaks. When you have metal on metal, that squeaks. Versus there's no metal wheel here, it's bearings, right? And not any bearings. This is like the most expensive bearing piece. There are cheaper ones, but Big Country decides to go with the most expensive because it's the best, it's the quietest. So do you hear that when it's closing? No. The other one, you hear metal on metal. So let's take another look at one thing when the seat sits back, because this is, again, made for a 200 series. So yes, you have a 3-finger gap there, but it's because when the seat folds back, you want to have it all the way back. And remember, Land Cruisers, you have an upright and then 1 click back. This is 1 click back. So you can not only be there, but there we go, 1 click back, and then it's super tight. So it comes right up to the back. So you're maximizing space. Let's take a look at how this one comes back. Look at that. Remember I said 3 fingers? This is 2 hands worth. So that is a huge difference. And that's with the seat back and you still have gap. So you're losing all that space when you have a Dobinson. Big difference, big difference. So that's why a lot of my customers, they come in and they're trading in their Dobinson, you know, sell it on Marketplace or what have you, to upgrade to the Big Country. And side by side, you can see the difference there. So another big difference is Big Country is made in South Africa, huge high standard. To me, like Japan, Germany, South Africa always have big engineering expectations and standards that they follow, QC. This Dobinson has built in China. And on that note, Dobinson, I called them last week, you know, depending when you see this video, and they said they had a 5% price increase happening that night at midnight. So if you buy anything, you better do it now. Went back to their website, everything across the board went up 20%. So that's tariffs coming into play. One thing I just, you know, now that we got the trucks here in front of us, check this out. This one's really sweet. This is a 2017, but you wouldn't know it because he's got the heritage lights. Love that. But if you have a Land Cruiser that's pre-heritage and you want to give it the heritage look, because those, let's face it, the casing inside, that black, looks so nice. So nice. That's probably going to set you back at least $3,000 if you buy the lights. So for me, again, I'm not a heritage, I'm a 2016. I wrapped this just to kind of take down the chrome a bit. So if I didn't have this wrapped, this chrome would be super bright. And I wanted to tone it down to give it that dark look. So that's what it looks like if you decide to use a wrap. And not any wrap. If anybody's going to do it, just hit me up, or if I can, I'll look it up and put it in the description. But just that's so clean. So not wrapped and wrapped. Gives kind of the same look. Okay, without having to spend $3,000. But there you have it. And if you have heritage, I think the upper, you know, Alcantara is black versus the gray on the older. If you really want to have black on a non-heritage, you have to go with the Terra interior, which then they do the black up here. Just small details that you'd really just have to know based on experience. And on that same note, if we can get this into the shot, so standard taillight, they look red, and that same wrap that I used on the front, I did in the back, just to give it that darker cherry look on my taillights. All right, so if you're in the market for drawers and you want to buy once, cry once, and not have the squeaky ones, hit me up. 80 series, 100 series, 200 series, GX 550, Ineos Grenadier, for all those different models. Also roof racks, awnings, the ostrich wing, Big Country makes those too. Fully welded roof racks, and the ostrich ring is the original 270 and still the best one out there by far. All awnings are pretty much made in China, except for the ostrich wing. It is made in South Africa, same thing, to the highest standards. All right, well, I'm Cruising the Land. Hit subscribe if you find these videos informative. That would really help. It'd be appreciated. And keep the community growing for Land Cruisers. And if you're interested in anything we talked about, definitely hit me up. I'll put my email in the description. All right, thanks for tuning in. Happy trails, and we'll catch you on the next one.